Well, well, well. Aha! It's me. It's me, your broadcaster, your athletics analyzer, historian, enthusiast, fan, participant, former glorious runner. If you see that, that is me running the Astoria, what is this, a Columbia crossing back in the days, won it 3 times. It's my bragging rights. I can say that. I got placards to prove that. Evidence, 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 exhibit. I don't display it, but once in a while, I feel obligated to let you guys know that I don't talk athletics out of turn. I talk about athletics because at one point, I was in the mix. I was in the conversation. So are you. How are you doing, my subscriber, my liker, my enthusiast, my fan, my viewer? How goes it, my friend? How goes this episode of 105 with your Tukoriada JKKC, the man from the east part of Africa, Kenya, Rift Valley, Bonde la Ufa, all that good stuff, the tribe of Kalenjin, the village boy that one time ran barefoot, sitting here, telling you what you need to hear and what you might not need to hear. It's all in the filters, man. Because I love doing this. I wish I would do this for a living. But until you tell me you've given me 2 subscribers a day, I might just enjoy doing this for free. Don't worry. That is how I introduce myself. Hey, I'm trying to discipline my mind, man. I'm trying to discipline my mind so I can be free. So says the GOAT, the greatest athlete to ever run on the road in a marathon. Eliud Kipchoge reminds me about the discipline of the mind. How is that for introduction? How did you feel about my introduction? Am I getting better? I don't think I'm going to be telling myself I'm getting better. All I'm doing is just what I do. Continue rapturing, continue sharing, continue interrogating, investigating, and all of the good stuff. Well, sit down. Just take a sit. Take your coffee. Take your snack and listen to this. We're in Boston on Sunday, this weekend, and the Americans spoke. The American distance runners spoke, and they spoke it loud and clear with 2 world records in distance running. I would say, was it Melrose Indoor Invitational Championship, or it was Millstone for American distance running? Well, the jury is still out, so am I, because man, those boys, those young men were running fast. Let's go to 3,000 meters. 3,000 meters. Did you check it out? You're busy. You just get the highlights from TikTok, maybe. But here is what I call ground zero of what happened. I wasn't there, but I took my time to watch it. I took my time to watch the unfolding of 3,000 meters. Quite a good pacemaker, I thought. They did very well. It was well done. It was a well-cooked event. It was crock-pot, and at the end, it was delivered by Grant Fisher. Yes, he was patient, like any other fisherman. I'm playing with his name. Grant Fisher went fishing, and what did he find? He found the biggest fish and broke the world record, man. World records are there to be broken. I think that's why they call them records. And the 3,000 meters, which was the history of that, was Lamecha Girma, the Ethiopian, had it at 7:23:81 before. And surely Grant wasn't granted, but he granted that he delivered. Man, I like playing with words, man. He did. I think, what's the name? The Olympic champion, Cole Hawker, tried to think he had a better kick, I think, going to the bell or the penultimate lap. You could tell he wasn't shaking off Grant Fisher. because I think Fisher seemingly he lives up to his name, which is he's a patient. He was very patient until the last 50 meters when you come to, because inside is very indoor events are very intense. They are very tight. You know, the corners are very tight. It's a small 200-meter track, and so you have to time your finish. And I think Grant Fisher was patient enough. He let him take the lead in the penultimate lap, which is the last lap, and a good 27 lap for 200 meters indoor was decent. Yes, he broke the world record. The new world record now is a 7 minutes 22:91. I was impressed. Honestly, I didn't know how it's going to unfold. I mean, when I call Hoka, of course, now he finished in the 1500 meters in the Olympics and won the gold. I thought he had it. But I think this could be his new distance. I mean, 3,000 is a little bit longer than 15, and as you can tell. But yeah, it's a day of reckoning. It's a day of saying yes. The American distance runners came to dance, and they danced big. I was really impressed. But I'll go back to saying this. It could be a new day. It could be a new era for distance running in America. I hope it is. I hope the narrative is looking into the World Championship. These dudes look legit. To run 7:22 indoor for 3,000 meters right now, we're not even talking of outdoor. Let's see how that works out outdoor. So because I hope they haven't, this is the thing. Some people run well indoor. They seem to max out because it's good incentives in Melrose Invitational. But I hope this unfolds into the World Championship and we can see Grant Fisher, Cole Hoka. I want them to do very well as a distance runners. Maybe it's a new competition that maybe Ethiopia, the rest of the world. Of course, we are talking of we have Jakob Engbersten there. I mean, the world is full of distance running. And I think to me, to have this kind of beginning is a good start. Let's see how the next phase of it looks. But it was impressive. 3K, 7:22. That's fast. Anyway, not only was it fast, we were not done because there were 2 world records that was broken. I'll allude to that because Yared Nuguse, is he Ethiopian born, but he's an American now, bronze medalist, 1500 meters coming out of Paris. This kid, man, I've watched him grow in the sport and he does the mile in style. He does it in style, quite impressive. 346. What was this time? 346. What was this time here? Let me look. 346.63 is a new world record, which was held by Yumif Gejelcha. I think he's still Ethiopian. 347. Nuguse has a very interesting running style. I'm a critic of form. I think maybe I'm a perfectionist. He has a way of running that is very, it's not smooth, but it's efficient. And to run a 346 indoor right now, by the way, outdoor, my record is 343. So you have to look at these numbers and to look at these times that Yared Nuguse might be ahead of his game going to World Championship. I hope he doesn't pick it too soon. Sometimes you have to really work your way. But 346 indoor was stunningly beautiful. He had to hold off some competition from Hobbs Kessler, the American. It was an American show in distance running. It was a good day for America coming out in Melrose. I was impressed. It was a night to behold. I think American distance running is making some good noise right now, almost telling the world we are here to compete, World Championship. By the way, this is not an aberration. I think they showed us Americans have grown in distance running, given where we are coming from in Paris. I mean, 1500, they did very well. I think to have Cole Hoka winning that event away from the Norwegian and away from Kenyans and anybody else is a good thing for distance running in America. I think there's a little bit of a revamp. There's a little bit of a renaissance. There's a growth happening. I think they are taking it seriously. That was a good night for Yared Nuguse in the mile. 346, quite impressive. And then, of course, I'll talk about 800 as usual. That's how I wrap up the show for you. And I didn't know this guy. I don't know this guy. This name doesn't sound familiar. Josh Hoey, Hoey, 800 meters, 117 at 600. You know, that's quick. The kid is quick. And is he a high schooler? Is he a collegiate? I have no idea. I don't know the background. I just saw the guy hold off Bryce Hoppel, who was fourth in the one of the fastest 800 meters in the Olympics. He held him off to 143.90, which is the third fastest time in the world ever indoor. Because most of the time, indoor is not like indoor competition is not as glamorous as outdoor, but it's still competitive. The world record is at 142 with Wilson Kipketer, so he's the third fastest if you're looking at the rankings. He held him off. He made Bryce Hopper look like he was hopping. Yeah, I was impressed by the time. 143 indoor in 800 is stunning. I think I have a disclaimer when it comes to 800 meters for America, for me. Because I remember there was an anointing of the next Johnny Gray when, what his name came about? Donovan Brazier, when he ran 142. I think he won the world champions a few years ago. There was a quick anointing. The problem I have with distance running and the commentators and the fans is how we quickly anoint distance runners. We are always saying, oh, this is the next big thing. But if you look at 800 meters in America as a whole, we've had these great runners. Like I said, Donovan Brazier was a big deal. 142 was quick at that time. And I remember people saying, yeah, we got a new kid on the block. Yeah, they were just new kid on the block, but they stayed on the block. They didn't go to the next block, if you know what I'm saying. Because Johnny Gray in the 90s, even I think 80, 84 Olympics, Johnny Gray was around. He had a longevity that reminds me of Wilson Kipketer, a span of decent times. Johnny Gray never got over the hump. The best he won was 92 Olympics when he won the bronze medal behind, what's his name? William Tanui and Nixon Kiprotich. And so I don't know how this young guy, Josh Hoey, will look like at 143 indoor. If he duplicates that outdoor, then we have a story. We have something to talk about. But I'm very hesitant to anoint these young upcoming runners. Within 2 years, we cannot say they are here to stay. Hopefully they are here to stay. And I think for me, I always look for longevity. People who stay in the sport for so long and deliver at the highest level. But again, it was a good weekend for distance running in America. Like I say, it was Melrose Invitational. And Americans made some milestone times and world records, 2 world records, both in 3K and the mile with Yared Nuguse. I think I'm a big fan of Yared Nuguse because I think to me, he seems to have something to offer and he looks more consistent than most of the distance runners. Again, that was my take on the Melrose Invitational this last weekend. 2 world records for American distance running. They own that for now. It might be around for a while because indoor is not a well-visited arena for competition. But it was good for America. Good night for America and good day for America, distance runners. It was me again, guys, reporting from this corner of Northwest in Oregon on a sunny, cloudy day saying, hey, you know what? It's me again, man, rapturing with love, with compassion. Hopefully I've dignified you with some information. And in style, I'm going to say cheers. That's it. I'll tell you, have a good one. And I'll see you on the other side of the pillow because the other side of the pillow is always the best side. Wish you a good one. Cheers. Ciao or ciao.